It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Story time about how my no baby, no daddy. He not even really my baby daddy. So we gonna call him Ice, because I feel like that's what he was doing at the time. That's what he was selling. He was selling drugs and doing fraud. He dead now, so he can't go to jail. And I'm gonna be real respectful because I have a man now and I love him so much to death. Oh, I'm so nosy, y'all. They done told these people car. Look at him scrapping it up at the store. You done stole the people car from out their parking lot at the apartments. So boom, y'all remember I was telling y'all about the boy best friend that he had that I couldn't stand, that he had died. Well, he ain't here with us either, but you know, he lied on me. I don't like liars, and ever since he lied, I couldn't stand that bastard. So boom, me and Ice ended up meeting through him. So one day we was all cool and I had pulled up over there to smoke with him, my ex-best friend. So we all cooling, chilling or whatever. Then I should have knew then, because that night he tried to eat my pocketbook. Like, I don't know you at all. Why are you trying to do that to me? But then I should have knew after a month he was telling me that he loved me. Like, you don't know me to love. I could be a serial killer and you love me. You love a serial killer. But yeah, let me cut to the chase. So we all end up meeting, linking, drinking, smoking and shit. The first time he didn't actually beat me up, but he was giving beat a bitch vibes, because one of my homegirl and her boyfriend, they was in the area. She had called me. She like, we in the area. We just got, we finna get some food. You want some? I'm like, hell yeah, bring me some. So that's just how me and my friends are. Like, if I'm around my friend, I know I'm by my friend. How's that girl? I'm gonna grab some food. You ate, I'll bring it to you, type shit. So he get mad. Because they brought me the food. He gonna tell me some, I had asked him, like, you want something? He like, I don't want no food. That nothing nigga bought. I'm like, the nigga didn't even buy you no food. I said, they bought me the food. And I said, like, why is you mad like this? I always be going on. Like, I'm genuinely was confused. So he gets so mad, y'all. He started going off, calling me bitch, did that, who did that. Like, going in on me, and I'm confused. And I'm like, what did I do for real, y'all? So he had concrete walls in his house. So he ended up punching the floor and shit. I'm like, this nigga punching the floor, he might punch me. But he didn't punch me. By you, I was 18, young and dumb. So he ended up taking me home, dropping me off. Then an hour later, he ended up telling me some, come back, I'm sorry, what this, that, and third. And I'm like, no. But he sounded real genuine. He sounded real genuine, like he really was sorry that he did that and went off on me and called me out of my name and threw a big temper tantrum. So boom, we end up going out to eat.
This chick is horrible.
What did he punch me for the first time?
What did
Man, I don't even know what I got beat up for the first time. I can't even remember, but I just remember him punching me. Like, he punched me so hard, all I saw was stars. Boom, I fall to the ground. He kicking me in my stomach, kicking me in my face, but he not doing it real hard, but it's still the fact that you doing it. Like, why are you doing it? So, boom.
He not doing it real hard.
I get up. He immediately started crying, talk about he finna kill himself. He's sorry. He don't know what got into him. Woo, this, that, and the third. And my dumb ass starting to feel dumb. I'm like, why are you crying? Just slow. He gonna tell, I don't know what's going on with this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay. It's okay, baby. It wasn't okay. So that next day, we ended up going out to eat, right?
Trauma,
y'all.
boy.
So
the trauma of these kids.
I'm in there taking a nap. I got the itis. So one of my homeboys had called me, but I missed the call. So I saw the missed call on my phone. So he ended up picking the phone up. He ended up picking the phone up and seeing, because at that time I didn't care about no nigga going through my phone. I wasn't gonna lie to you, like, if you saw, you just saw. But he was like, who is this? I'm like, I don't know. So I ended up calling the number back, but I didn't know that that was his number. You know how niggas do. Niggas switch a phone number like they switch their drawers, which they barely do. But I mean, switch his drawers every day. But I'm just saying. So I called back, boom, it's my homeboy. Now, I see the look on Ice's face, and I see that he mad, like he heated that this nigga called my phone. I'm like, he like, who is this? So I panicked. I'm like, I don't know. He might got the wrong number. It's not funny. Don't lie, kids. So, boom, he immediately get mad. So my homeboy on the phone, I guess he end up, peeping the vibe. So he like, oh, my bad, I got the wrong number. So I'm like, I'm glad this bitch ain't done. So he immediately get mad, y'all. Boom, slap shit out my ass. Pop. I'm like, damn. Why I do that stupid shit? So I'm like, why the fuck you do that? Boom. I ain't even healed good from the first lying, y'all. He was hitting me hard, but like it wasn't, you know, too hard. But I don't know. Hitting somebody just domestic violence is not cool. Period. Like I know I play a lot, but it ain't cool. No matter how hard they hit you. If they hit you in general. If they flinch at you. If they yell at you. Any abuse, leave. I know that. So boom, I'm hysterically crying. I thought you were sorry. You weren't gonna do it no more. Then that's when it clicked in my head right then when I'm laying on the floor crying, screaming, yelling. I'm like, I am in an abusive relationship, and what have I gotten myself into? Because at this point, this man was like batshit crazy. Like, I done skipped a few months. I went straight to the abuse because the first few months, I mean, it wasn't really bad. But like, I just got nipped it right in the butt. So he pulled the same game card. He gonna change. He's sorry. He crying again. He crying. I'm crying. Everybody crying. I'm like, oh my God, it's too much. Cried myself to sleep. Few days later, you know, after I kind of thought about it and like the vibe was just too weird and I couldn't shake back from it, like I left for like a few weeks.
This is crazy.
I ain't gonna lie, but he ended up creeping his way back in my life through my ex-best friend. We gonna skip to, we gonna skip to the end of the year around like October, November around. His birthday was coming up and I had wanted to surprise him, so I asked one of my homeboys for some money. I like, let me borrow some money, you know, I'm gonna pay you back or whatever. Mind you, at the time I'm 18, I was a dancer, so all I had to do was go to work like that night. In Mississippi, you could become a dancer at 18 legal age. I don't know why, but that should not even be a thing, but it is. I was trying to surprise him, so he would be FaceTime me. I won't answer FaceTime, but I answer the regular calls. He was asking me where I was at. I'm like, I'm with my sister. You know, we out and about or whatever. So, I guess he was feeling fishy. Why the fuck did he pop up in my apartment and my sister was in my apartment? I was really with my sister. I was with my little sister, but he thought I was talking about my big sister, but still. So, he asked my sister where I'm at, and she told him, like, she don't know where I'm at. Like, she didn't know, like, why would you tell him that? But I probably should have told her what I was doing. So, he get mad, y'all. Blow up my phone, text me, call me, woo. We pulling up. At the time, as he going off on me, texting me and calling me, blowing me up, we pulling up. So I'm like, damn, drop me off at my homegirl house because she stayed in the same apartment complex. I'm like, drop me off at her house. I ain't want him to see the shit or whatever. Broke up with me, didn't want to be with me. I was like, all right, cool, over there, and you with my ass twice, cool. So I ended up telling my ex-best friend, I was like, you know, I got him this stuff for his birthday or whatever. Like, you know, take it to him, you know, let him know. Like, I just ended up telling him, like, for real, like, this what it was. And he still didn't want to be with me. So I like, best, just take him the shit for me. We ended up getting back cool and stuff after that, but I feel like he did something because he ended up going to Louisiana for his birthday, and one of his baby mamas stayed down there, so that's probably what he did, because he came back all happy, wanted to be back together and stuff. You was mad when you left, but when you come back, you want to get back together. Yeah, you did something, but we went together, so I didn't even care, for real. At this point, like, the abuse was at an all-time high. He did not trust me. He'll forever question me again, and back to back about the same day. And I'm just like steady telling him the same story. Like, this is what it was. Like, and I'm about to lie to you. Like, what's wrong with you? Boom, he'll get mad because maybe I left like a little detail out there. Like, oh, we went to this stuff. Oh, you didn't tell me you went to this stuff. Why you beat me up because I didn't tell you that we went to this stuff?
Oh,
like,
my God.
So, boom, let's fast forward to my birthday, because my birthday in January. I was turning 19, and for my birthday, I told him that, like, I wanted these shoes, these sandals, and this purse. So, he was like, he gonna pay for it. Why he give me $80? Which, you can't get a purse and some shoes with $80, but the stuff I wanted didn't cost $80 combined. Maybe, like, $200-$300, but, like, it didn't matter to me, because I just, like, blew a bag on you for your birthday. He come over there and talk about he had went over the bridge and bought me a daiquiri. He had went over the bridge to New Orleans and bought me a daiquiri jug or whatever. I was like, oh, that's sweet. And he was tired and exhausted and stuff. And I could tell, like, his vibe was just still kind of off. He had asked me, like, where the stuff was that I got.
He drove 30 minutes to go get a daiquiri?
I didn't get it yet because I didn't have no car to get it. When nobody going to take me to get it? Boom. He get mad, start beating me up. Damn, the night of my birthday. So I ended up locking myself in the closet for, like, a few hours. He's still in there going off, throwing shit, breaking shit.
Few hours.
I ain't want to go sleep in the closet. I ended up getting up and getting out the closet and getting in the bed. He was in the bed. I was in the bed. We were finna get ready to go to sleep. But I could not go to sleep because it just felt so weird sleeping beside this man. And I'm like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. On my birthday, too. Like, do you not care? And he had got to the point where he was saying that he was going to unalive me. And I'm like, why? Like, I still got the money. Do you want your money back? But that's all you had. The video coming to the end. Damn, this motherfucker 9 minutes. Long story short, it's October. It's domestic violence month. If you going through something like that, leave. If you got kids, leave because your kids. Don't stay. That nigga don't care about you. He don't love you, and it's not a joke. Don't lose your life over a nigga that don't care about you. You got other people that care about you, and he is not one. I know it's hard. Believe me, I know. So you can leave. It's possible. Don't be fearful. Be fearless. This part 2, and I want to thank y'all for all the hugs, the kisses, and the love. It's been going on 2.5, almost 3 years since my baby been dead. I probably should be traumatized from these series of events, but I'm not. I might be, I don't know. We wake up there next morning. We go outside to his car. Why his tire flat? God, I'm like ugly. It was funny, but I was also mad because damn, you had to stay there a little longer. At this time, he had to convince me to move out my apartment and stop dancing. Did I do that? Yes, because I'm a dumbass. I ended up moving some of my stuff to my cousin's house, and I had like a few baskets of clothes at his house. Did I stop dancing? Yes, because I'm a dumbass. Why was I not cautious about this move? I don't know. So at this time, we end up going out of town to Miami. It was me and him and his homeboy. His homeboy was supposed to bring his girlfriend, but he didn't bring a girlfriend because they got get a tour. He want to go down there. They want to go down there and do fraud so bad they couldn't even get us no room. So I'm like, is we even gonna go back home? So boom, on the way down there though, like he ended up going through my message request. He was this popular rapper in my city that everybody was listening to. I didn't know the rapper, but I heard his music because everybody was listening to him. But I mean, I didn't give a fuck. You from Jackson, nigga? I don't give a fuck about you. He seen me in my message request. He told me, why is this nigga in your message request? Bitch, I don't know, ask him. Fuck. So boom, he ended up letting it go. Did he let it go for real? No, the bitch brought it back up. So on the ride back from Miami to Jackson, that's like 13, 14 hours. Mind you, we in the car the whole time arguing. So he ended up just finally opening the messages. He told me, why this nigga sending you his number? Tells me he wants you. Bitch, you need to ask him. You asking the wrong motherfucker. Why'd you get mad at me? You need to get mad at that nigga. So boom, he get mad. He in the passenger seat, his homeboy driving. I'm on the back seat because I was back there asleep. Why the fuck did he throw my phone in my hair? I had a big ass knot on top of my head. We end up making it to Jackson, y'all. We make it to Jackson. We just end up, I'm like, I don't even want to do this no more. So at this time I hadn't got one of my mama's other car. She gave it to me. We broke up. I got all my stuff. He had my phone. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing on my phone, but he had shared my location with him and deleted the thread. You know, with the old update, you can get the old messages back, so you didn't know like if the message was deleted, it was just deleted. I pulled up to my god sister's house to go see my niece. Why the fuck? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. Just got back from Miami. Just broke up. He pop up at the door, knocking on the door. I'm like, where the fuck? How the fuck did you know I'm here? He giggling, cackling, cause I got your location. Then he get mad. Who house is it? Bitch, it's my people house. Leave me the fuck alone. He told him go home. Like, yeah, this is what I did. I took my black ass home. I ain't had time. So at this time, I had wanted to, do lashes. I was doing lashes. I had did this girl lashes one time. I had let my little sister keep my car and drop me off while her car was getting worked on. So my gas hand wasn't working in the car at the time. So the car had ran out of gas. I didn't know the car had ran out of gas. I didn't know what was wrong with the car. She just ended up coming to get me in her car and taking me to the car. Me, her, and her brother tried to fix it, but we couldn't because we couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. We thought it was the battery report. She wanted the battery report. So I ended up just calling him and telling him because he was the only nigga that I could just think of right now. I'm like, my car messed up. Woo, can you hear me? So he was like, what happened? He trying to find out what happened, bitch. You need to find out what's going on with my car. Shouldn't have called that bitch. So he like, just meet me. I had told him some dumb ass lie. I can't remember what the lie was. It was so fucking motherfucking dumb. But what I lie for? I don't know. Scary. He like, just meet me at the store. You gonna get to call me. We gonna go to your car and we gonna have it towed. We pull up to the store. I did not see this nigga car. I didn't even see him. He told me I'm at the store. I'm like, I'm at the store. I don't see you. The store ain't that damn big. Why he come from around the fucking corner like Michael Myers, open her car door, trying to pull me out? I had just got my hair done. He pulling me out. I know the ball was secure because the ball didn't even come off. My motherfucking braids came out with the ball. I mean, my motherfucking shit was bald by the time he ended up pulling me out the car. He was pulling me out the car, punching me, pulling me out the car, punching me, pulling me out the car, punching me, pulling me out the car, punching me. I'm just all knotted up, hair messed up, just all fucked up. I mean, my jawbone right here, if you feel this, it's a hump right here. It's not supposed to be. All this was like literally this swole. I had a big ass knot up here, hair missing. Like, my little sister still got the pictures. I gotta get the pictures. She still got the pictures on her phone.
Crazy.
So boom, that same night we end up taking him on a high speed chase. I told her to run his ass over while he's sitting there whooping my ass. She told me she's scared. Girl, run this bitch. I'll turn him into a speed bump. Fuck him. I ended up getting in the driver's seat switching. He ended up finding us and chasing us down the interstate. I ended up going to his mama's house trying to tell on him. His mama didn't even open the door. She didn't give a fuck about me. So boom, I ended up getting dropped off that night, going home. Man, I stayed with my cousin, so I didn't want my cousin to see it because she was gonna go ballistic. I ended up lying to her, telling her another boy had did it. My dumb ass. What I do that for? So boom, I'm walking around with face messed up, everything just all discombobulated. I was going through so much. I had tried to, myself. I had ended up trying to overdose, taking like 5-6 different type of pills. So I'm scary. I'm thinking that I want to die because my heart broke, but I didn't want to die that bad. So I ended up going to the hospital because I was like, I need y'all to pump my stomach. I think I overdosed. They're like, what you mean you think we overdosed? What you mean you think you overdosed? So I'm like, damn, I fucked up when I said this. So they're like, just come in this room. They put me in a room with a fucking steel door. 72-hour watch. I ended up telling him and telling my sister, they coming to see me. He laughing at me, telling me, look at this crazy bitch. Oh, you wouldn't kill yourself up. Bitch, I could whoop your ass right now. Police was outside the door. I couldn't. So I ended up getting out because I ended up lying and telling the doctors it wasn't no overdose like that. I just took a lot of pain medicine because I was in pain. I feel like I had took too much. So boom, they let me go right at the 72-hour mark. I don't know how I ended back up at his house, but I did. All busted and
Crazy.
disgusted. It hadn't healed a little bit at that point, but you could still tell like it was a black eye. It wasn't even black. That bitch was purple. Purple, yellow, orange. It was a whole color palette. So I had said in my mind, I'm like, I really just don't even want to be with this man no more. But I couldn't see out my eye. Like this eye, I couldn't see. Like I was seeing flashes of black stuff, stars. Like I couldn't see. This eye was good, but I could not see out this one. Here he go crying again. So I was like, I don't want to go to jail. Bitch, you shouldn't have broke my face. His dumb ass. I wasn't even gonna call the police, but bitch, I should feel like I'm calling the police to piss you off. So I end up just leaving him for real getting back on my feet, working at Walmart. I hadn't got my car off the side of the road. My mom and my daddy had to go get it. How they didn't know? I was wearing a lot of makeup around the time, so they didn't even see my eye. So, working at Walmart, my car ended up messing up one day. So I had to start getting rentals. And when I did that, he got so heated. I was over my homegirl Tyler house one night. Me and one of my exes, he texted me, asked me what I was doing. I was telling him, like, I'm over here chilling with said ex. He gonna talk to, for real, alright. So I ended up telling the boy, like, come on, I'm finna just drop you off. Because I don't know what I just told this man this shit. I just feel like he finna come. He gonna tell us, what you mean? I said, just come on so I can drop you off, bitch. I pulled back up. Why the fuck is he outside her apartment? He gonna tell us, what a nigga? I said, I dropped him. I told him, oh, you must knew I was coming. I said, yes, because you just ignorant. I'm like, I don't got time for you to be fighting me and fighting him. Bitch, you ain't tired of being Muhammad Ali? So he laughing the shit off, thinking the shit funny. It's not funny to me. I'm actually pissed off, but I'm laughing because I'm kind of high. And I think I was drinking that night. I don't remember. It was so goddamn long ago. So a few days later, still not talking to him for real. Like, he'll text me and I'll probably like respond, or he'll double text me and I won't respond. It just depends on the mood that I was in, if I feel like playing or not. So a few days later, I was over there at Tasha's house again, and I was finna walk outside to the car. Me and my little cousin, we were finna get ready to go. I'm walking outside to the rental car. Why the fuck I see him in the parking lot? I'm like, what the fuck? So I see him and I did a swift move, like the football players be doing. I'm running through the buildings. He chasing me. He like, what you running for? I'm like, why the fuck is you chasing me? He like, cause you running. I'm like, bitch, why you out here?
This is stupid.
He comes here to bring me my stuff. Bitch, you couldn't be in. Because I ain't leaving that valuable at your house for you to have to pull up, come all the way out south to bring it to me. You could have, baby. You could have kept that, sold it, threw it away. I didn't give a fuck. So I'm thinking that he done left. Me and my little cousin, we get in the car. We pull off. Why the fuck is he flying down Raymond Road, chasing us off? We pull off. I'm like, this bitch pull up on the high speed train. So boom, I'm getting on the interstate. I'm running lights and all. Why the fuck the fucking state trooper got behind me? Now mind you, the state trooper, he pull up, he pull us over. I immediately pull over. He tells us to put your hand through the wheel. What do y'all trying to run? What do this and that? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm running from someone. Luckily, he called for backup, and the man that he called for backup was, I used to promote parties and stuff when I was 14 and 15 and 16. So the man that he called for backup was one of the securities that used to be at the party. So he knew me. So he was like, no, I don't think they was trying to run. I know her situation or whatever. So he ended up letting us go. Boom, cool. Then Ice told me something. Oh, I see y'all got pulled over. How the fuck do you see us on the other side of the interstate? Because, on the interstate, it's one going that way and it's a lane going that way. Bitch, why are you in that lane watching me? Did you pull over to watch? So that same night, I ended up leaving and going over there by my uncle and them. So my uncle, mind you, he hadn't saw my eye. And I didn't even have to explain to him what happened. He kind of already knew. So I had told my uncle that he was chasing me or whatever. So he made him pull up over there and he just made it like sit and talk face to face. He was like, I ain't gonna get in the middle of y'all shit, whatever. But if you're gonna be with her, keep your hands to yourself and be with her. If not, then leave alone. So my dumb ass, I'm like, okay, yeah, we can be back cool. My dumb ass, my uncle just looking at me shaking his goddamn head. The only reason I took him back, though, because he was out there in front of all them people on his knees begging. I'm just like, oh, my God, you on your knees? I'm hot. Dumb as fuck. You dumb bitch. We got back together. Mind you, he beat my ass again. And then we broke up for a good little while. And I'm serious. I did not go back with him after that. Like, I didn't Then this around the time when the PPP loans and unemployment started coming, so you know I was most definitely didn't give a fuck. I felt like I was in my bag. Okay, I gotta redo part 3 because they took the damn sound down. But mind you, remember little plot twist? Y'all remember the rapper that he had went through my the rapper from my city, where he had went through my mixture request and stuff. So boom, I had end up talking to him or whatever. And this around the time when all the unemployment and PPP stuff was going on, so the rapper ended up doing the PPP loan, and I was doing unemployment. I had ended up buying me a car, all that good stuff. Boom. Around this time, mind you, we had been broken up for a good minute, so I didn't care what he was doing. Now, one of my homegirls, one of my little young homegirls, she be around another girl that he used to talk to. Mind you, Ice got a girlfriend, but he was still talking to the other girl. So the other girl that he was talking to that's not his girlfriend, my homegirl had recorded him and her on the phone talking about me. If you know me, then you know I hate when people be talking about me. So I asked him, I'm like, why is y'all talking about me? So I end up fighting the girl that him, Ice, and the other girl that he was talking to that was talking about me. I ended up fighting her. I fought her like 3 times in one night when I had got off work. Oh, and I had started back dancing too, y'all. I had went from making like hundreds of dollars to thousands of dollars a night. Like, that's the best I blew up I could have had. So yeah, boom. After I fight the girl, I pull up to Ice's house. Now his girlfriend is actually over there that time, so he not picking up the phone. He not texting back. He not responding. So I go over there throwing rocks at the window. He's still on the second floor. I was throwing rocks at the window because you finna come outside so we can fight. And he knew I can fight because he had to whoop my ass so much. He knew I could fight. He want to come outside, so I end up throwing a rock so big and bust his window. I bust his window and knocked all his cameras down, and I stole his girlfriend tag off her car. I did in fact do that. He get mad, so then he come. I guess after he heard his window buzz, he come out his way. I could tell he came out his room because he put his firearm out the living room window. So all I see is him firing at us. Pop, 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 pop. Mind you, the homegirl that had recorded the homegirl that had recorded that phone call, her dumb self knew went with me. So we running down Capital Street getting shot at. Pop, 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 pop. This ain't his first time doing something like that, but I'm gonna up the firearm on him and released the firearm on him before too one time because he had beat me up in a jail parking lot when I had bonded him out because he was mad about. That's a whole nother story that I don't feel like telling, but this ain't our first rodeo busting fire.
Yo, that's wow.
So we ended up finally getting away. Now, how you empty the clip and ain't hit your target? Your aim is not accurate, buddy.
You want it to be?
Boom. So that night I end up going back to my cousin's house and going to sleep with the girlfriend tag in my purse. When I think about it, I actually got that car after I did all that. But either way it go, I still got the car in that time frame. It was a brand new car or whatever. And I was still talking to the rapper from the city or whatever. But I didn't talk to him until after, okay? I wasn't talking to him then, so I don't want y'all to think I'm lying. I did not lie to him. He ended up pulling up at my homegirl Tasha's house, shooting her, ended up getting her put out. Dummy. He ended up pulling up to my cousin's house trying to look for me. I told him that I was in Brandon. Now, if you from Jacksonville, you know Brandon is real prejudice. If you go in Brandon and do any crime, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a life sentence. Anyway, he had pulled up to my cousin's house, beating on the door with his firearm in his hand, which I'd seen him outside, but my cousin opened the door and told him that I wasn't there. I was there, but I had to end up telling her everything what happened. She was so mad. Matter of fact, I don't even think I really lived with her no more after that. I think I had to end up moving back with my mama. Then he's such a baby. He go to my mama's house going off on my mama and stuff. I was like, I'm going to get you and I'm going to get y'all daughter. And boy, shut up. She ended up coming over there and getting a tag and giving it to his mama. And then he ended up getting his girlfriend tag back. But y'all so dumb. Y'all over here running. Then he so mad because when he had called me, he was like, I'm going to get you and woo this, that, and the third. And I'm like, you must be in the car. And he was like, yeah, I'm on my way to you. And I'm like, how you driving a car with no tag? He bloop, 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 hung up the phone. He called me. He gonna tell us, oh, you got the tag. But yeah, that was funny. Anyway, after that, we had stopped talking for like a whole year. Swear to God. After that, nothing. Me and him ended up coming across each other again because one night, my lonely self, leaving the club, drunk, ended up calling him for a one-night stand. I ended up going to his house, y'all. Why did I get pregnant that night? And I knew I got pregnant that night because I did the timeline from when I gave birth up until when I had to conceive, and I had to conceive right then. I'm so dumbass. And when I took that pregnancy test, I took about 4, 5, 6 of the motherfuckers. I was not playing. I'm like, you gotta get another one, because this can't be right. And I hate I took it in front of him, because if I didn't, I would have got an abortion. But he the type to unalive you if he found out you aborted one of his kids. I think I might be missing some stuff. I don't know. I can't remember. Start talking to him. Beat the girl up. Stole her check. I was talking for a year. Dancing, making my own money. Got me a car. Did the unemployment. Then, oh, by the way, I paid them unemployment people back, so. This unemployment, got pregnant on the first time like a dummy. It took me one pregnancy test. I did end up going to school, and so for a little while we did end up getting back together after that, which I didn't want to, but I always said if I had a baby I want to have a big happy family. I don't know why I thought I would have a big happy family with him, but I did think that. Why did I think that? I don't know. Apparently I wasn't doing much thinking around that time. I'm trying to remember what else happened. I don't know. I did it twice. Let me go watch the other video. I'm watching a video for this in my life. I want to watch the other video to see what all I put in there so it can match. So this part 3 can just match up and go directly to part 4. But I don't know. I found out I was pregnant and a series of events happened. He beat me up. I don't know. I might do part 5. I don't know. This part 3 though. Okay, now mind you, I'm pregnant. Don't know I'm pregnant. So we end up going to Vegas for my birthday. And he called himself wanting to be a pimp. So it was 2 girls that was from California that he had to come to Vegas. Because California not very far from Vegas. Why he ended up getting these girls a room at the same room that we was in? I wake up one day looking for him. He not even in the room. He at the other room. So I'm calling him. I'm like, where you at? But me, I already know I'm known with you. I'm like, where you at? He gonna tell me something. I'm at the hotel. I'm like, nah, you down up in the room with the girl. He told me, nah, I ain't not like that. Yes, it is. Stop lying. Yeah, I ended up being pregnant, getting pregnant. I know I'm pregnant, going to Vegas for my birthday. Finding out a little while after and go to part 4. I might be forgetting something, but I don't know. It's okay. Did I get beat up in Vegas? No, I didn't get beat up in Vegas. But he did get to arguing with the rapper from the city in Vegas on live off my phone. And I'm like, you been wanting to say this. So, mind you, found out I was pregnant, was in school, dancing and all that. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. When I took them pregnancy tests, I took about 4 or 5 of them hoes. I was like, go get another one, because this is wrong. I was running around the house like the cameraman be chasing them people from Maury. I ain't lying. So when I found out I was pregnant, things kind of smoothed down a little bit. It wasn't too bad. It was alright. He did not put his hands on me for like a whole 2-3 months, y'all. And I was like, okay, maybe he changed. He didn't change. One day he choked the shit out of me. I don't remember what I did. I wasn't that big though, but I'm like, you doing this? I'm pregnant. Nah, gotta go. It was the same cycle. Leave and coming back, leave and come back, leave and come back. At this time, he was making me. When we used to do the dude, we always used to do the dude with like 3 people. As in me, him, and it was always a 3rd girl. But this time he was trying to make me do it while I was pregnant. Like I really ain't with it. But I ended up doing it because I was scared that if I said no, he might just choke my ass out again. This particular time, we ended up doing it with one of his neighbors. The neighbor wasn't even the neighbor. The neighbor was a girl that he had been dealing with. The girl had got pregnant, and then she ended up having a miscarriage. So technically, she is a baby mama too. But this girl was obsessed with me. She wasn't even obsessed with him. She was obsessed with me, and she get on my nerves. And we end up doing the do with her. We end up doing the do with another girl. Boo. I'm doing all this while I'm pregnant, mind you. I was just so stressed, and it's just so nasty, and I just need to be forgiven for those things because I already got my punishment for doing that while I was pregnant. It's a lot of other things that happened within that time frame, but I don't feel like talking about it because it's going to end up being 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 parts, and I don't feel like that. So, boom, I'm going to fast forward towards...
I'm about to die. We only on part 3 or 4, whichever one it is.
I really wasn't around him as much. I ended up staying in my mama's house more than I did at his house because he was cheating on me a lot, and I knew that he was cheating on me, and at that point I just like didn't care no more because it was like, I don't feel like dealing with this. Long story short, I also did not finish school for criminal justice. I didn't finish because I couldn't. I went to school again for the second time and still couldn't finish. He used to swear I was cheating on him. I'm like, I'm pregnant, but pregnant people do cheat. I realized it. So I'm going to just fast forward around to the time where I lost my baby. I had went to one of my appointments, per usual. Appointment went fine. The only thing was when I was on the way to my doctor's appointment, my car had broke down. So y'all remember I was telling you about the girl, the neighbor, his baby mama, that had the miscarriage. He had ended up sending her over to drop me off at my appointment and pick me back up. Ugh. So when she dropped me off, I told her just drop me off at his house. Like, I don't want you to take me to my house because I don't want you to know where I live at. Like, you're already weird. And that was the day we got to fighting. At the time, I had started working at a PCA, you know, I was sitting with a quadriplegic man, taking care of him and helping him. And he had just called to check in on me. He was like, hey, how you doing? How the baby doing? And he was like, okay. He was like, go ahead and have that baby so you can come back and, you know, you can get to work so we could see her or whatever. And I started laughing, like, you know, like, oh, thank you. And he got livid. He said, you on the phone laughing at this nigga? What did he do that? He not even he's white. He's not a nigga. So, boom, he come there. He immediately, I'm in the bathroom on the phone. His room right across from the bathroom. So, of course, he heard me, but I'm not trying to hide it. Boom, he immediately pushed me on the tub. I fall on the side of the tub. Mind you, I'm 8 months pregnant, so my stomach in the tub. So, it's like, damn, like this shit hurt. So, he dragged me out the bathroom. He immediately started punching me, choking me, punching me in my stomach, kicking me in my stomach. Like, at this point, I'm, like, leaking fluid. And I'm like, hold on, wait, stop. He ain't stop. So I crawled back in the bathroom. I locked myself in the bathroom. My purse, I had a taser, the same taser that he got me telling me about if I ever need help or something, yeah, I'm finna use it on you. So I tried to tase him and it didn't work. So he pulled out his gun on me. He thought that I was gonna fight him because at that point, like, I had started fighting him back, and he like realized like this girl know how to fight now. So when I fought back, like I was turning his little self every way but loose. He put a gun out on me, so I ended up running outside, y'all. I ended up running outside and trying to run away. I ended up running down the street, and one of his homegirl, not his homegirl, but my homegirl, she ended up coming to get me. Well, she not even really my homegirl because she is my homegirl now, but at the time, my ex-best friend, his girlfriend. So she ended up coming to get me. And they stayed in the same apartment complex too. She ended up coming to get me, and I told her to like drop me off at the hospital. And him and my ex-best friend ended up getting in the car and finding us because she was going to take me to the hospital. We was right there by the hospital, but he called her, and I guess he threatened her. She ended up turning around and getting scared. So I ended up getting out the car while it was moving because I'm not going back there. I'm not. I'm walking down the street, pregnant, beat up. I ain't stunning. They end up finding me. They trying to chase me, but I'm pregnant, so I can't really run too fast. So, we fought for a little minute outside in the street. He ended up making me get in the car, of course. He told me that he was going to take me home, which he didn't. He ended up taking me to his house. I go in his house, and I didn't go home for like 2-3 days. Like, I wanted to go home so bad. He would not let me go home. He would not let me leave out the apartment. He would not let me do nothing but sit in the room. And I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to call the police. Like, I'm not going to do nothing. Like, I just want to go home. Or you could really just drop me off at the hospital. Like, I'm not going to tell them what happened. Just drop me off at the hospital. I'm telling him, like, I don't feel good. Like, I just didn't feel good. I had a bad feeling. Like, my body was physically hurting already. But it's like, I did not feel good. So, at that point, when you that far along, well, I don't know if everybody like that, but my doctor like that. I had appointments every 2 weeks. So, every 2 weeks, I would go to the doctor. So, by this time, it was halfway through the week, so that my appointment was at the end of that following week. So I went to my appointment, and it was like a OB in training. It's my OB, and it was another girl that was, you know, she was going to school for it. And she was like, is it fine if she, you know, go through my appointment with me? And I was like, I was fine. The girl I feel so bad for this girl still to this day. Girl, if you see me or remember me, I'm sorry, and I love you. I'm sorry he did that to us. She did the little Doppler thing to try to find a heartbeat. And then she looked over at me, and then she looked back at the Doppler. Then she looked at me, and she said, let me just try it again. She added some more gel, and she tried it again. She said, I just saw the look on her face. I was like, my heart started racing. I was like, oh my God. She was like, let me go get your OB. That's what she said. The OB come in, and she tried. Then my OB did it once. She did it in another area, and she just kept moving it around. And she kind of sighed like I just did, but like I could tell she wasn't trying to. She was like, what we gonna do? She said, we're just gonna take you in and do a full sonogram. She took me to the other room. She did the full sonogram.
Golly.
You know, when the sonogram is on the screen, if you know how to read one, you can tell if like the heartbeat or not. So I saw it, and that screen, it just looked different than any other screen that I have ever saw. Anyone that I have ever gotten, it just looked completely different. And I was just like, damn. I was like, damn. She was like, I'm sorry. She was like, I'm sorry to tell you this, but like, your baby don't have no heartbeat. And I was like, what you mean? And she just like, your baby doesn't have a heartbeat. And I just paused for like a long time. The student in training, she was teary-eyed. She had to leave the room. The doctor, I could tell her voice was cracking. I was like, oh my God. She was like, she gave me these papers. She told me I need to call everybody I need to call. I had to have somebody come up there and get me because they would not let me drive. Because I was hysterical. She told me to pack my bags and that she was going to meet me at the hospital. So, we was going to go forward from there. I can't remember. We ended up just sitting in the parking lot at the doctor's office until like my mama came, because my Ice didn't want to drive, my ex-best friend didn't want to drive. Nobody wanted to drive. They wouldn't let me drive. And I just remember getting in the car with my mama and passing a hospital that I was going to deliver at, which is the hospital that I did deliver at, and I just was screaming. Like I was shrieking, like I was just crying. I called everybody, and at this time my uncle that I was closest with, I was so sad because he was in jail, and it's like I felt so lonely. And it's like I feel like it's kind of hard to describe it, but I went home, I picked my bags, I ate, because I didn't know if I was going to be able to eat. I gotta do a part 4. I'm gonna fast forward from this, but talk to everybody. And I pray with my grandma because she's a sister in the church, and not a sister in the church, but y'all know what I mean. She within the church family and just got out of school. I'm using this comment because I agree with it, and I never really talked with nobody about it. I always talked about it. So at this point, of course, this is part 5. Please bear with me because this is the part when I actually had to give birth. I go to the hospital. I check in. I meet my doctor. It was so crazy because it's like when I walked in, everybody knew. The nurses, the doctors. I think my doctor pre-prepped everybody. They did my vitals, drew my blood, admitted me. They did that little suicide questionnaire a lot. When I say a lot, I mean I got it. I got it done every day. Even after I was there, I got it done every day. They told me that I couldn't have a C-section because my baby was deceased. It was a chance of me catching an infection, so I had to do a vaginal birth, and they had to induce my labor. When they induced my labor, I did get an epidural because that shit hurt. The first day was, I was going to say normal, but it wasn't normal. We sat and waited. They checked to see how far I was. Is it dilated? They kept sticking like finger up my hoo-ha. They literally fed me whatever I wanted to eat. They didn't leave me alone a lot. At the most, I was probably like alone for maybe like an hour. They was in and out, constantly checking on me unless my family was there. If my family was there, they didn't really bother me. Second day, it was cool. It was fine. Until that night. That night, they did not want to let my baby daddy in the room because, like I said, it was a little bit after COVID. Well, still during COVID. There were supposed to be no visitors after 9 a.m., I believe it was. He got mad because the nurses wouldn't let him up. I don't think that the nurses liked my baby daddy from the first impression, because his first impression, he was supposed to come to the hospital with me, but he didn't come. My mama had came and took me because he had wanted to go to one of his friends' candlelight, but I was telling him, like, I need you here. Understand that you want to go to this candlelight, but I kind of need you here. And he chose to go to the candlelight, so I was like, you know what, okay, my mom just go through with me. Nurses asked about him. I just told them where he was, and they was like, oh, okay. But that night of the second day, he wanted me to sign a AMA against medical advice. He wanted me to leave so we can go to a different hospital because he was mad about them not letting him in. But I was like, you can't. They eventually let him in because I told them, I was like, what if I want to leave? And I was like, my dumb ass, I can't even leave. I got a fucking epidural on my back. He slept at night. It was fine. It was cool. I went into labor on day 3. It was so funny because I was telling the nurse, I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go do the number 2. She was like, hold on. I'm finna come to the room. I had pressed on the little remote thing. I was telling her I had to go to the bathroom. She was like, okay, I'm finna come in your room. But while she lift up that blanket, she looked at me. She said, hold on. You don't have to go to the bathroom. I was like, I do have to go to the bathroom. Yes, I do. Mind you, my baby daddy was not there. Oh, I keep calling him Nick Gross. Ice. The nigga name is Ice. He wasn't there, but I had called him. He was in the area. I was like, I think I'm about to give birth because they're bringing doctors and nurses and bedpans and towels and all type of stuff in. When I tell y'all, they came flooding in and like 5, 6. She went outside to the hallway. She came back in 5, 6. There's about 10 doctors and nurses in that bitch all together. At this point, I'm talking to him on my Apple Watch because I didn't want to have my phone in my hand because even though I had an epidural, I kind of could still feel it and it didn't feel good. He was downstairs and he was trying to get the girl that he was trying to get in. I'm gonna talk about her later, but he was cheating on me with her and I didn't know at the time. I thought that she was I thought me and her was friends, but apparently we wasn't friends because she was in love with my baby daddy, but Ice. She was in love with Ice. But yeah, there's that. Anyway, he was trying to get her in to come to the delivery room, which he didn't even ask me. I'm like, you don't even ask me if I didn't want nobody in here but you and these other people. Like, what are you doing? If that was the case, I would have told my mama or my sister to come if you was going to be disrespectful like that. So he downstairs at the security desk trying to get her in because she don't have no ID to get a band. Whole time I'm upstairs giving birth. I'm on yelling, screaming. I'm scared. I'm crying. I'm shaking. There's so much going on. So many people holding my hand. It's crazy. So it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like, the baby came, they grabbed her and they took her out the room. But yeah, why I didn't know that I had to keep pushing. They was like, we gotta get the placenta out. I'm like, it didn't come out with the baby. I'm pushing, it didn't come out. Y'all, why they start pushing on my stomach? Boom. He walk in as they trying to get the placenta out. So he come in, he hold my hand. He like, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. I'm just looking at him, I'm mad, I'm shaking, I'm in pain. I'm just like, oh, fucking over it. He talking about, this my baby, here come my baby. I'm like, you dumb idiot. The baby already gone. They took the baby out. And then you trying to get this girl in, they still didn't let her in. They let him in, but they didn't let her in because he had the daddy be in. So,
That's crazy.
They took my baby, they cleaned her up. They asked me if I wanted to do like a photo shoot with her blanket and her clothes and whatever. And I was just like, yeah, of course. They cleaned her up. We took pictures, took videos. We counted all her toes and her fingers. And that was that. And then after that, he went and got me some food. And then
that's so sad.
He left. After that, they moved me to a bigger room. We had a lady from like the document department, I guess. She came in. We filled out the death certificate because we couldn't do a birth certificate because it wasn't a live birth. It was a stillborn, so we had to do a death certificate.
No, that was a murder. Your baby
he had
daddy.
To sign it. I had to sign it. I was irritated because he steady trying to leave again, and I'm like, you have to sign this paper that this lady is bringing for the death certificate. He tells me, I know, but she taking too long. Why are you in such a rush? Like, I understand that men grieve differently, but if I'm going through something and I'm in shambles, I'm trying to be there for you, and I need you to be there for me. We can't even be there for each other because he trying to do God knows what. I didn't even care at that point. And it's crazy because at this time, he was in... I don't want to go into that. Yes, I do want to go into that. So at the time, he was in tour with one of my brothers, one of my homeboys. I called my brother because I knew him for a long time. He was in tour with him, and he was trying to get him to come to the hospital to come see me, like trying to get me to set him up. And I'm like, I'm not gonna call him up here, and I know that y'all into it. Like, that's crazy. I'm not doing it. He just took it what it was, left it as it was. I was in the hospital. Then the next day, because I was in the hospital a total of 2 weeks. So the next day, everything was fine, went smooth. My family came and saw me. I was content for a while. I had finally talked to my doctor after she damn near wanted to cry. We laying down watching TV. They were giving me Percocets for my pain, but it was a certain point like I wasn't in pain no more. And he telling me, tell him you in pain and to bring you another. He wanted my Percocet. Did I give it to him? Yes, because I was dumb. But I mean, I wasn't in pain, so I didn't need it. I just told them that I wanted it, and I gave it to him, which I probably shouldn't have did that, but I did. I would never do that again, FYI. Boom, nightfall come. I guess mind you, we ain't really had to touch each other. It was so much going on. He talking about, do I want to put it in my mouth? Mind you, we live in the same hospital bed because his fat ass didn't want to sleep on the couch since he wanted to get in the hospital bed with me. Why did I do it? Yes, I did. After I did it, I got up and I went to the bathroom. He had to help me to the bathroom because I really couldn't. I was in pain. I was weak. I couldn't even really walk for real. Why did I go in that bathroom and I cried 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 and I couldn't stop crying? He asked me why I was crying. I'm like, I'm in pain. I'm just in pain. That's why I'm crying. And that's when I kind of realized, like, this man really don't care about me. Like, you asking me to do that in the hospital on multiple occasions. You asking me for my pain medicine. You asking all the wrong questions. Fast forward to that morning, they were about to discharge me so I could go home. They asked me if I was okay, if I was fine. They discharged me so I could go home. I'm waiting on him. He taking forever to go. It took him like an hour to get back to the hospital, even though he was one number 10-15 minutes away. He didn't even come up to roll me down. Like, I was gonna end up walking down by myself, but the nurses wouldn't let me. They got a wheelchair and they rolled me downstairs. I got in the car. We ended up going to his house. He didn't want me to stay at his house because he had the girl that he was trying to get in the hospital. He had her there around with some more of his friends. But at the time, I'm thinking all of them are friends. So I'm not knowing that they sneaking and geeking behind my back. You know, when you get out the hospital, you're really not supposed to leave the house or go around or do too much your first 6 weeks. Why this man make me drive myself to my mama's house in his car? He didn't even want to drop me off or give me an Uber. He made me drive myself. Did I drive myself? Yes, I did. I got my baby necklace. Let me add a picture of that. I'm gonna add a video. I'll put it in the video. The necklace is broke. No, I don't want to show my baby face because, I mean, it's my baby and I broke the front glass on it. This the necklace. It got ashes in the back and it's real heavy. Oh, sorry, Ava. Oh, by the way, I did in fact get an infection after. I had to go back to the hospital. But I had the video over. So at this point on the drove.
Sidebar, my daughter got the same name and Ooh, this story is, I don't know about y'all, but Lord, I'll be sitting through these stories like y'all don't even understand, especially those traumatized ones like that Papa Odess and all Papa Odess. Oh Lord, boy, sitting through that, I know y'all was like, this PJ putting us through some bullshit. Okay, I do. I'm sorry, I'll be putting y'all through some bull crap.
Myself home. I give my mom all my bags, my medication, basically everything that they gave me, I gave to her. She asked me where he was. I told her where he was. He was at home. I guess he couldn't handle it. Made me drive myself home. Which again, if you don't know, when you first out of the hospital after you just have a baby, regardless of if you have a stillborn or not, you're at risk for infection. You're at risk for a setback. What did I have? I had a setback. The first few days I didn't know. I just knew that I was in pain. I couldn't move. I had so much medication that I was taking. I couldn't even function. And it was really hard for me around the time mentally because like I would try to go to sleep, but like I couldn't. You know how you sleep, but you're not sleep. Like your eyes just closed, but you're resting. But you know you can't go to sleep. I couldn't sleep well because at that time I would try to go to sleep, but I would hear a baby crying, like a baby crying at the distance. And I would be thinking that it's my baby, but me forgetting that my baby is gone. I didn't leave the hospital with a baby. And then I would have dreams or nightmares or vision. I would think that I'd be seeing the baby and I wouldn't. I'd be feeling for my baby wouldn't be there. And that kind of that messed me up real bad. Now, even though I was taking medication, I feel like I wasn't getting better. I feel like I was getting worse. My temperature wouldn't go down. My temperature was going up. I hate when I stutter. I would have the chills. I would feel like I'm burning on fire, just so much. A few days later, I go back to the hospital. Went to the hospital, they told me I had an infection in my uterus, of course. Did I have a setback? Yes, I did, once again. He come up there, he stayed 3 days. I'm up there and I'm filled and pumped with antibiotics. The only thing I smell like is antibiotics. I'm tasting antibiotics. I smell like antibiotics. I feel like I'm being pumped with antibiotics. It was so dangerous to the point of where they felt like I could have gotten septic and passed away, but I didn't. The doctor said I was lucky. He come and get me from the hospital. We go to his house. We chill for a while. Then the funeral home lets me know that I could come pick my baby up. I'm gonna fast forward to maybe like a month ahead of time. This when we end up finding out that his best friend, aka my ex-best friend, ended up getting shot and unalived in his car. In Ice's car now. They were looking for Ice, but they ended up shooting his best friend. He gets mad. He blamed everybody but himself, of course. But I don't know. I can't even really say that he was at fault because I don't really know like what they had going on for that. But I just, all of that was a blur to me because at this point I wasn't even mentally there. He gets mad at me because I don't react. I don't really too much feel nothing because it's like you want me to feel something for somebody that I don't care about. Also, at this point, he became a person that I no longer recognized. Like, he was worse than he hadn't ever been before. And this would make me feel like he was on some type of hard drug. Like, your baby gone, your best friend gone, everybody leaving you, and you don't know who to blame. Then he was also upset because the family wouldn't let him come to the funeral, which I don't blame them because this boy been around you and you older than him. You supposed to be protecting him and you didn't. So we're going to fast forward to November. This is around his birthday time. So we go to the cabins to Gatlinburg for his birthday because he feel like I guess we needed a trip away. Why was that the worst trip I ever been on with him in my life? Worse than Miami when he hit me in the head with a phone. I got physically, mentally, and verbally abused so bad. We were drinking, having fun. Y'all, why did this man put X pills in the Patron bottles? So me being me, of course, if y'all haven't realized, I play a lot. So me and him was playing. I like to play fighting. He knows when I play fighting. So I guess he took me serious. He felt like I was playing on his top, which I wasn't. He proceeds to knock me out. I get up and I try to run upstairs. Why when I run upstairs, some way, somehow, he made it to the top of the stairs before I did. He pushed me down the stairs, y'all. Then he end up making it to the bottom of the stairs before I did. Y'all know the little floor lamps? The real long ones with the thing on the top, the real long floor lamps. Why he hit me in the head with the end of the floor lamp? I'm like, I know you just ain't hit me with no lamp, boy. But I ain't gonna lie, he known for using objects because, yeah, when I say he hit me with a police baton one time, and I'm trying to sit here and figure, I ain't even stunting him, beating me up. I'm trying to sit here and figure out, where did you get this police baton from? How did you get this? But yeah, he hit me with the floor lamp. He roughed me up a little bit. He ended up telling me to go upstairs and lay down, which is exactly what I did. The next morning, we end up going to the Ripley's, believe it or not, the museum. Y'all, I didn't even want to be in that museum. My head was hurting. Everybody that we was on the trip with was having fun. Mind you, they witnessed this, but I guess they was scared to say so, but I don't know. I didn't even care at that point. He mad because I'm not enjoying myself. Sir, I might have a concussion. So he just ended up taking me back to the room trying to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it because not only did he beat me up that night, he told me that I was the reason that my baby was gone. He told me that I was the reason that his best friend got shot. He told me that I was the reason that his life is going downhill. I guess it's just only you that was affected by our baby. I mean, it was only you that was affected by your best friend, don't get me wrong. But he just told me I was the reason for everything. You know, I play a lot. I have my share of words. But, you know, I don't bring nobody down or I don't break nobody down. You know, I don't do that. If anything, I just be quiet and, you know, try to help you figure it out or try to find out the problem. You know, I ain't that type of person. We live in Gatlinburg early because he's mad because I'm not having fun. I'm not having fun because I'm in pain, I'm hurting, and you just broke my heart by telling me that I'm the reason that my baby gone. Me already feeling like that because I should have protected my baby. I shouldn't have even been with him after the first time he put his hands on me. I shouldn't have been with him the first time he put his hands on me while I was pregnant. I should have left because I could have saved my baby. My baby could have still been here if I would have made the right decisions. But I didn't make the right decision, and that's the consequences of my decision. We get home. Everybody asked me, did we have fun? What do I do? Lie and tell them yes. I told them we had the best time in the world. So around this time, he got to the point where, we make it back, around this time, he got to the point where he's just going around the city terrorizing everybody that he think could have unalived his best friend, which caused other people to be mad at him. So what did he do? He run back to his hometown. He from Louisiana, so he runs back to Louisiana. He's in Louisiana for Christmas, towards the end of December, and towards the New Year. This is when he called himself proposing to me. One day he was drinking a lot, so he FaceTimed me, and he set the phone up like this. He FaceTimed me with his phone sitting up like this on a car hood with his sister standing behind him. It was some more people. I didn't know who them people was. I ain't hear them. He gonna ask me talking about, I love you, whoop whoop, this long, over-exaggerated explanation that I really just wasn't even listening to. Then he popped the question, talking about, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Will you marry me? Me being me, I'm like... Okay, yes, of course, my dumb ass. Then I'm sitting here thinking, do I want to marry this person? Then he goes on to proceed, I want us to buy a house in the country. In the country? You want to marry me and buy a house in the country so that if you unalive me, you can use the crime of passion as to why you did that? No. So at this point, I'm scared. I'm actually thinking about, like, this man want me to be with him forever. Like, if I sign those papers, if this actually happens, this is the person that I'm going to be stuck with. No, thank you. Who's working in that car? So New Year's come around. He finally come back to Jackson. He come to Jackson 2 o'clock in the morning, talking about he want to pop some fireworks. Baby, no. I don't want to pop no fireworks. I don't even know why you think I want to see you right now. I'm still not happy. And I told him, like, I'm not happy. We end up getting into it like a few days later, like real bad, because I just wasn't feeling the vibe. He was steady like around this girl. Oh, I gotta tell y'all what the girl did. He steady around this girl that he tried to bring to the hospital. And I'm like, bro, no. He's gonna say, you gonna make me choose. It's either you or her. Yes, pick or choose. Y'all, why did he talking about some, she be protecting him, she rise or die, she this and that? At that point, I was done. I was like, okay, you can choose her. Because y'all, I gotta say, go to the next video, because I'm going to tell y'all the conversation that me and this girl had, which made me feel like this. We had this conversation like a few days after, but okay, y'all remember the girl that he was trying to sneak into the delivery room? Okay, me and her over this time, we had gotten real close because she didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't have a lot of friends. Well, I had a lot of friends, but he was the type where he didn't like me to be around my friends because my friends would talk sense into me. So whenever I went around my friends, it was a problem, but if I was around her, it wasn't a problem. So one day she told me how, like, she loved me. I was one of the best friends she had ever had. Y'all, why was she sleeping with him? So one day we all meet at his mom's house, like, shortly after the hospital, after he get back from Louisiana, and after I accepted his proposal, but in reality, in my mind, I didn't. She tell me that she's in love with him. I'm like, girl, no, you not, because you don't know this man. He ain't never not one time showed you the real him. So at this point, it's taking everything in me now to drag this garden tool up and down the street. I just end up going home because I asked him, I'm like, if this is the case, if she feeling like that and you around her all the time and y'all been doing this and doing that and thinking I'm be cool with this, no, I don't even want you to pick me up. Pick her. Pick her. He didn't pick her. She get mad. She end up doing so much to get his attention. Y'all, why this girl drive her car into a pole, begging for him to come to her and save her? Did he? No, he did not. He was in the bed with me, but I kind of felt bad because I'm like, this girl almost finna kill herself to get your attention, baby. Go save your girlfriend. He eventually realized that's not what he wanted because that girl was crazy. So, boom, we're gonna fast forward a few weeks. I had finally got the strength to tell him that I didn't want to be with him no more. I couldn't tell him over the phone, so I had to send him a long text message. 10 months after I sent him the text message, he come to my mama's house. I'm there by myself, just me and my nephew. He telling me to open the door, telling me he know I'm there and that he finna come in. I'm like, don't come in, don't bother me, don't do none of that. Why that man break in my mama's house? My mama don't feel like he broke in the house because he been at the house before and he always at the house. But if I tell you not to come in, don't come in. If I got all the doors locked, how did you end up in here? So what I did, I saw him and I immediately ran out the house. I didn't have no clothes. I only had on like a t-shirt and some underwear. I ended up running at the house, y'all. Going to my neighbor's house. My neighbor didn't want to open the door because she told me, you might be a burglar. Girl, do you not see me on your Ring camera naked and afraid for my life? So I ended up running down the street to my other neighbor's house. Well, I really want my neighbor's house. It was really, really far down the street, but I knew them because I saw them outside a few times. They ended up giving me some clothes. I called the police. Well, I take the police 2 hours to get there. Police get there. We go back up there. Well, I go back up there to my mama's house. The police said I already made it there. He got my nephew standing outside. I get my nephew. He had my phone, so me not realizing what he could have did in my phone was standing. I just wanted him gone. The police told him they can't legally kick him out because he didn't stay here before longer than 30 days. Whoop whoop, whatever. This down the third. He just stayed, ended up getting all his clothes, everything, and leaving. So tell me why I go look at my phone the next day because I'm trying to go to work. I go look at my phone the next day and all my money is gone. I can't put gas in my car, and I'm looking. Why did he send all my money to himself? I was so pissed. I didn't have no money, not a dime. All the money in my savings gone. All the money in my checkings gone. All the money in my Apple Pay and my Cashapp gone. I used to keep money distributed in different places for different things. Everything was gone. So I'm asking him, I'm like, why did you take all my money? He gonna tell me something. I took his life. Boy, I didn't take nothing. I didn't beat you up. You beat me up. I ended up disputing it all from my bank. He wasn't able to use his Cashapp no more, his Apple Pay, nothing. He get mad at me. How you mad because I want my money back? Tell me I owe him for what? What do I owe you? You took the best years of my life. Beat me up and shit. So at this point, he on straight stalker time. I'll be laying on the couch at my mama's house. And how my mama's house is, it's a bunch of, she got a bunch of big windows and this big glass door to the backyard. Why I see him run across the backyard trying to see if the window's open? What I did, ran in the closet, hid, and called the police again. He's sitting at the end of the street texting me, telling me to stop calling the police. I'm like, how did you get my new number? So after about 3 police reports, the first time I was scared to press charges. The second time, it was a police that I knew that I hadn't went to school with. He was like, if you don't press charges, we're going to press charges. So the state ended up pressing charges against him. And at that point, I ended up, no, it was a third time where I called the police. It was the third time where I called the police because I was on my way to work. Mind you, I used to have to be at work at 7 o'clock. My job was like 30 minutes from my house. So I used to get up at like 5:45 to get ready, get my coffee and eat everything. And I would see him like driving through the neighborhood early in the morning. Call the police, file the police report. And I had told myself and I had told my friends, I'm like, I got the police reports. It's documented. Like, if he come bother me again, then I'm going to have to pew him. Because at this point, I'm scared for my life. Why are you following me? I took it upon myself to move to another state because it's like, no matter who I was like my friends believe me, but other people, they just would not believe me. They felt like I was doing the most. I ended up moving to another state, get my life together, get on track. Y'all, why did he find out I moved to Texas and tried to come to Texas and find me? I ain't gonna tell y'all how he found out because he did ask one of my family members, but I'm not gonna tell you which family member. But at that point, like, I was scared because I'm like, you following me, you finding out where I live. Like, I done moved 6 hours away from you. How are you finding my residence? He talking like he bought me a car. I don't want that car. I don't want it so you can put a tracker on it and run me off the road. No, because that's what I'm thinking you're going to do. No. So a few months later, you remember the girl I was telling you about that claimed that she was my friend, but she really was sleeping with him behind my back? They talking about she went missing. That girl didn't go missing. That is not the type of girl that just go missing, disappear off social media, do this, that, third. She don't do nothing. She don't do stuff like that. She is a social media influencer, and she's not even an influencer. She be on social media like clockwork, like that. So I told them, I'm like, that girl don't do no stuff like that. I'm like, that girl is somewhere unalived. I go read the news articles in my city. It's a house that had been burnt up with a person and that was shot in the back of the head. And I told myself, and I told a lot of other people, I'm like, I believe that's her, because that's her. You ain't finna tell me it's not her. Guess what they say 2 months later? That is her. I know what I'm talking about. That man crazy, girl. I told you that man was crazy. You don't know how to play on him like I know how to play on him. Girl, I had to save my life plenty of times, you feel me? I had to lay beside that monster plenty of nights to save my life. You don't know how to handle nobody like that, you feel me? I'm very smart, okay?
No, you're not.
After that, a few more months passed, and they end up telling me that he got shot. And I'm like, yeah, he ain't just shot. Like, he probably unalive because his sister posting crying emojis and stuff on Facebook. Like, he gone. So get what I did, through a barbecue. Cook real good. Ate some good food. I feel like I could move on in my life. I feel like I was free, and I I ain't gonna say that I hate to say that, but like it's an unfortunate thing to say, because how one person can cause so much trauma and cause so much pain and cause so much hurt to the point of where they only feel relieved when you're not on this earth no more. You done all these things to me and all these things to these people as if God forget. You doing all this wrong and ain't putting in no good. You feel me? You doing unnecessary wrong. These people ain't wronged you. You wronging them for no reason. You wronging them because your life messed up because of the decisions that you made. And with that being said, it's October, so it is Domestic Violence Month. And I feel like if it's anybody out there in a domestic violence relationship, I feel like you should leave. I know it might be hard. I know you might feel like it's impossible, but it's not impossible. You just have to figure out a way. And I know it's easier said than done. Best believe me, I know it's easier said than done. It took me 2.5 years, really 3 years, to get rid of him and get away. I feel like if he was alive still to this day, he wouldn't even be bothering me for real. Because I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't going for none of that for real. He knew that, like, he knew what type of person I was. Like, I'ma defend myself. I don't fear no man because we all bleed the same, baby. So if you feel like you stuck, again, leave. If you take the help that they're trying to give you, listen, that man do not, if a man is putting his hands on you, if a man is physically abusing you, if a man is mentally abusing you, he do not love you. He do not care about you. It's a lot of women that I have saw not make it out and lose their life at the hands of a man because they couldn't find a strength. If you can't find a strength for yourself, find it for somebody else. If you can't find it for somebody else, find it for your kids. Just find it and leave. So many beautiful women, so many young girls that we have lost to men that are incapable of expressing their emotions and don't know how to handle their feelings, and that were just raised wrong. Yes, if a man is abusive, he was raised wrong. I don't care if he's your star living sunshine, he was raised wrong. And like I tell my brothers, if you ever put your hands on a female, I will track you down and hunt you like an animal for the rest of your life, and I will make sure your life is a living HE double hockey stick. I ain't lying. I don't even play like that. I love you. This is the end of my story. By the way, I'm in school to fix airplanes. I'm making $100K a year, boo.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wheels and Deals. Yep, he keeps it lit. Check out his YouTube channel, like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this wild situation down in the comments below. Make sure y'all hit the link for it. We got HiveMindLabs.com, where you can use the discount code everydaypj if you want to unbig that back, all right? Now, yo, bro was a freaking menace. I just couldn't believe when I heard these stories about these women that go back and back and back and back. It's just like, yo, who is y'all friends? Who is y'all family? You know, your uncle sitting right there and he just say, do you want to be back with her? Bro, man, Unc was in jail and it wasn't for sending that dude to hell. You know, come on, man. Like, it's just the people that be enabling this bull crap, like the dude's mama, dude's family, whoever, you know, and then the girls that he bringing around, they don't even know. They just think that, oh, he got this girl over here, she having a baby with him, she riding with him, she won't leave him alone, they always together, but he beating the crap out of her. Then you find the other girl unalive. Guess who did it? That dirtbag. Man, this dude, this video had me so up, and like, it had me up, and I was like, my anxiety was kicking. And then finally, when she was talking about her going to the hospital after that crazy situation, and then finding out the baby ain't got no heartbeat, and I just want to strangle that nigga. Like, golly, man. Anyway, he in hell right now. Hell, wanting some ice water, or wherever you go, whatever religion your preference. He at the worst place possible. He in Hades. Anyway, everyday people, man. Sad story. Let me know y'all's thoughts in the comment section. I know y'all was on this wild roller coaster with me, and y'all can see the flustered in my face. I'm like sweating. I'm hot. I'm ready to, Yeah, I can't deal with this. Everyday people like, comment, and subscribe. I'ma holler at you later. Peace.
Everyday people.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as fast as 1 week.